the right meal timing to drop more fat today. Hi, Dr. Derek Alessi, author of Lose Fat Forever, the Bermuda Triangle Diet, host of Telly Award-winning Live and Fit Now, contributor for USA Today, and I want to talk about meal timing, or when you're going to be eating your meals throughout the day. This is very important. I want to break it down simply so you have a better understanding of how to eat to drop more fat. First and foremost, the goal of meal timing and meal planning is to keep your blood sugar level stable, not to feed your metabolism. It's not that. Yes, it is true that if you don't eat, you could potentially burn fewer calories, but it's more important what you eat and what time you're eating so that you burn more. For most people that I work with, and most people I work with are between 40 to 75 years of age, general population, busy working people, not athletes, not bodybuilders, not younger folks, but 40 to 75-year-olds, eating about every 4 hours on average is appropriate. Yes, it does depend what time you wake up in the morning, but for the most part, if you wake up early, let's say 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, eat at 6, eat at 10, eat at 2, eat at 6. That simple. Now, each and every meal doesn't have to be elaborate. It's not like you're having Thanksgiving-style meal all day long. Sometimes, yes, having a protein drink throughout the day is considered a meal. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. You don't have to sit down with a plate. You don't have to put a bib on with lobster claws. It's not about that. It's about getting in nourishment to keep your blood sugar level stable. Eating early and eating throughout the day. Also, too, we are so Americanized when it comes to our food choices. We think we have to have breakfast food early in the day. We think we have to have quote-unquote supper food later in the day. You know what? Your digestive tract doesn't know the difference. If you wanted to wake up in the morning and have chicken or beef or fish or vegetables, it really doesn't matter. In fact, the rest of the world does that as well. If you wanted to have an omelet for dinner, once again, it really doesn't matter. Your body is going to digest it properly based upon macronutrients. Lastly, when it comes to meal timing, once again, it's all about keeping blood sugar level stable. If it goes up, your body has no choice but to protect you and save your life. It will do that by producing insulin, and it will lower your blood sugar, oftentimes too low, in which you are going to crave the wrong foods. You won't be craving chicken and broccoli. When that happens, you're going through a glucose insulin response cycle, and your body will store that sugar as fat, which is probably what you're trying to prevent from happening, and we don't want that to happen. So instead of going way up and way down, we want to go right through the middle, or what I call the safe zone. If you go through the safe zone, you won't be producing insulin. Now, lastly, that being said, I don't want to break each and every meal down, but I would tell you that sometime around 2:30, 3 o'clock afternoon, whatever that afternoon meal is, based upon the time you wake up in the morning, in my opinion, is the most important meal of the day. Not breakfast. You've been led to believe breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You know what? They're all really important. You could argue one way or another that they're all the most important. But in my opinion, and what I've seen in 25 years in this industry, is if that afternoon meal is not good, then dinner won't be good, and after dinner will be horrible, and your body will store a lot of fat, which is what you don't want, and then you're going to crave again for the following day for your efforts. We don't want that to happen. So I would take that time period and isolate it and focus on it, 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever that time is, and intentionally make sure that that one is taken care of first. Make sure that you're having something that's balancing your blood sugar, protein, good fats. It could be a protein drink. There's a lot of different choices. With my private clientele, we break this down in detail during our diet workshop classes, giving you many options of what to have during that time period. But for some of you that are looking at this right now that are not a client of mine, you want to make sure that you're just having that as a nice, stable, low blood sugar, low glycemic index type of food. When that happens, dinner is better. After dinner, you're most likely going to have something great or nothing at all, and you're going to drop more body fat. Now, for some of you that want to go deeper and really learn what all of these things are individually, as well as the right kind of exercise for your body. Do you have joint problems, shoulder, hips, knees, back, neck? Do you take different medications? We want to take a look at that. Is your timing a little bit different? Your food allergies, intolerances, we want to take a look at that. What are your goals? Do you have a little bit of body fat to lose, or do you have more to lose? Are there any other problems? Are there any other types of health issues or diseases that we want to take a look at? All of that and so much more is included. You can click on the link below to learn more about a private fat loss and fitness consultation. We're going to go to work and we're going to make sure that you're making progress starting immediately. So watch your meal timings, focus on that mid-afternoon meal, and if you do that, you're going to have more success. I'm Dr. Derek Alessi, asking you to make the most of your life and live it fit.